on down.
Back in Colorado.
If you followed, October was hot and we worked hard just to find a few does. We left early and came back in mid-November on better weather.
Terrible hunt.
We just saw a big buck. Didn't get footage of him, but he bedded back down. I don't really know what to do. I gotta keep thinking about it and try and figure something out.
I need some clothes on.
You want to wrap it up?
Oh yeah, so close call tonight. I think we might have seen that buck actually. When I got back in the stand, he was like 70 yards. I think it was him, but I didn't get a great look through the binos. He was towards the sun too. But we're squeezing in on him. We're learning a lot about this property, and I think we're figuring it out. We got a decent wind tomorrow. We're going to jump up in there. And I kind of think also if we'd have been here or been in that spot in October when we came last, I knew we needed to push in further, and we just didn't. It's a long way. It was hot, but we might have had a chance in October. So kind of bummer on that, but we're learning. We're working hard. Getting fed well, and then we're gonna go kill a deer in the morning. He might be a not so big buck, but we're gonna try to shoot something.
The next morning dawned cold, and the wind was pretty decent for the expected movement, as I really felt confident we were sitting in the best spot we could hang a saddle on this property. Coming towards us now. He's coming at us. Just so many limbs. What? There's another buck over there, I bet you do. Look at him, he's kind of walking sideways. Yeah. Bristled up, dude. There's another buck there. What? There's another buck there, and he comes down this lane, and we shoot him on this wind that's not supposed to be here. It's going to be amazing. Still bristled. There we go. He's still right there behind him. Look at him, he's walking sideways. right there. Like he saw another buck. Hopefully that other buck is coming this way because we got the wind right now. It's a wild little deal. We had no clue there was a deer over here. Here it goes. Ready? Yep. He's gonna crash right there. He's out. Last day buck right there. Did you get the shot? Awesome, dude. Give me that. He ain't huge, and obviously not dominant. But last day in Colorado, we worked our tails off here. And he's a pretty good buck. It's cool to be in a new state, shooting a buck in a new state. And it's freezing. I didn't bring enough clothes to the stand this morning. And I decided as soon as I saw that buck, I was like, we're shooting him. What a perfect setup, dude. That deer was coming right down this fence line. And that other buck, he's just a stud. But he didn't have nothing on his top of his head, really, you know? So I just decided not to shoot him. I thought there'd be another one that's full racked, you know, or whatever. And that was him. It looked like he had a little bust, but he's at 70 yards on the ground right now. Let's go. Oh, I'm shaking like crazy because I'm freezing, and that deer was literally at 10 yards or less. He was less than 10 yards at one point, went around. And what's crazy is if he'd have never run from that other buck and just fought him, we might not have ever got a shot at him. But I think that's, you know, that deer right there that was following him was probably a 4-year-old. And this is probably a 3-year-old or something like that. Just a little younger deer, but I'm stoked.
That's probably the buck we heard. That's probably what we heard this morning. I bet he's bedded in there or something.
Wow, what a morning, dude. It's pretty awesome. This has been a lot of fun. A lot of work, too, but a lot of fun, man. And I'm just glad to be able to probably hop up in the morning and maybe shoot a duck if I can find some steel shot. And then we'll head on home. He texted me, I guess, while I was shooting that deer. He said, did the wind just do a 180 shift on y'all? And I was like, yeah, and I shot a buck. Dadgummit. That's awesome, dude. It's a new buck we hadn't seen.
Yeah.
In the last few days that we've hunted here.
He's like real white. I don't know if you noticed, like his fur.
He was lighter colored, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah. Yep. I've noticed that.
I'm surprised that other buck didn't start blowing or something.
Yeah, he just took off. I think big mature bucks just don't blow very often, man. I think they just get out of dodge. Oh,
Heard turkey, hearing ducks. It's been
Turkey,
a
ducks,
great
geese.
morning.
I can hear myself shivering.
Are we gonna have to get pizza for everyone tonight?
Oh my gosh, dude, so much pizza. I could tell pretty immediately it was a good shot. It was going to be real good, and I figured he'd go down inside, and he did. So we don't have a track jaw really, but the arrow's right here. It looks like it's stuck in the ground and broke off, which shooting a big old 3-blade, giant 3-blade. And this setup is lethal. I'm shooting these vector arrows, and they are they've done really well so far. Just tears me up. He was right here. When I shot him, he was like right here. That might be like his first couple steps. And it's just like, look at this, like right off the bat, dude. This hunt was something cool, man. I mean, this is a new state for me, which I'm trying to it's kind of a goal of mine to hunt a new state every year. And this was my new state this year in Colorado. And it has not been easy. There's not just a ton of public land to hunt. It's a long ways from home, and there has been some pressure, but we were able to kind of find a pocket of deer, or a secluded pocket that deer are comfortable, cruising through, and some does are definitely habitating back here. And we were able to squeeze in little by little each day, and it wasn't easy because this is a long ways back in. I mean, we were doing 1.5 miles when we first started coming in here, and it's going to be a long pack out too, but it's pretty sweet pack out a deer instead of stands. We've definitely worked really hard and focused really hard on, getting to the right tree. And we almost picked it the first morning. We were about 15 yards off, and we could have shot this deer from the tree we picked in the dark the first morning. Or not in the dark, it was in the light, I guess. Came in kind of late, but that's an exciting thing to see all the time you spend on a map and in the woods kind of pay off in obviously a deer, but also in just picking the right tree, getting encounters kind of from the get-go. So really, makes it fun when that's happening and you're squeezing in on them, and to get it done is just awesome. I'll talk about a couple things here that I think made it successful. Was just the ability to work hard. Our buddy, I'm super thankful for him, that's up here right now. Hospitality has been really awesome. We've been fed well, which helps us on these long hikes in the morning and in the evening to continue to have energy. And then, another thing that I'd like to talk about is just the wind. Truly a miracle, a blessing from God completely. And we tend to forget those day-to-day blessings. But the wind, I literally looked at my phone after I shot this deer, and my buddy had texted me, did the wind just do a 180 shift on y'all? And I was like, yeah. And I shot a buck, and because of it, and it was just a complete blessing. The wind was blowing right where this deer was just minutes, 5-10 minutes before he actually showed up. And we were filming that one horn buck. He went over there and bristled up. I said, there's another buck over there, and he ended up pushing this deer out of there, just being a big old bully, and come right down the line to us, and in 15-yard shot, just worked out perfectly. Another thing I would talk about that may help somebody in the future is if you're shooting a deer that's walking at 15 yards, there could be as much as, I would think that deer wasn't moving very fast. He was moving when I shot him, but he wasn't moving very fast. And I aimed about right here. So you're looking at a foot difference there. And I knew that was going to be a foot. We have kind of found that through shooting at deer walking. If it gets further than 15 yards, it could be even more than that. So I aimed, like I said, about a foot. And I think that what we got was a quartering away, which is just perfect double lung, and I watched him basically do a nosedive right here. And so just an incredible experience, complete blessing from God, like I said. And I'm just excited to maybe come back next year, or maybe just try a new state. I'm definitely gonna try a new state, but there's only so much you can pack in November, and this one's been just jam full of some deer this year. So anyway, appreciate if you would subscribe. It helps us out a lot, and just thanks for watching. This means a lot to me, and this deer does too. Pawpaw.